Okay guys, I'm at Oprah's 2020 Vision Tour. I'm so excited. We got a little gift from Weight Watchers, and that's just one gift. There's another gift at the seat. Stay tuned. I'm going to bring you guys with me and show you what's going on, what this Vision Tour is all about. Say hey!
This is the last Oprah 2020 Vision Tour.
So this one's going to be big.
It's going to be big, but they've been amazing.
I'm so excited.
Now take your arms down to your sides and take a moment to say hello to people in your world. Say hello, make some new friends. How are you doing? Shake with your elbow. Elbow to each other. We're going to shake everyone today. Elbow like this. Okay, we're going to start dancing. Hold on. Let's cabbage patch first. Cabbage patch. I like that. Looks good. Like that. I think if you think of this like this. Big clap. Go get some friends out there. Hold on. That's right, baby. Wake it up, baby. Timberland is on today. And I need everybody in this arena to get ready to meet some new friends of ours. Right now.
Many of you heard me share this story of growing up in rural Mississippi. At the time, we were called colored people, Negroes. And my grandmother was a maid. That's all she ever knew. The only real expectation she held for me was that I would one day become a maid. That was my grandmother's dream for me. But I had another dream for myself.
My name is Oprah Winfrey. Oprah is spelled O-P-R-A-H, and you can notice it's Oprah spelled backwards.
Oprah began her career in television down in Nashville.
When she was 22, she moved to Boston and became an anchor woman on a local TV news show.
Hi, Oprah Winfrey, new host of AM Chicago. Thrilled to be here.
When I was a kid, I thought I was going to somehow be in an environment where I would be speaking to people.
Very first National Oprah Winfrey Show. This show always allows people, hopefully, to understand the power they have to change their own lives.
The whole point for me is to be able to use the platform to drop little pieces of light into people's lives. For me, being myself in front of the camera for so many years was one of the greatest gifts, actually, of my life.
There's a light inside each of you, all of us, that illuminates your very human beingness. On a Saturday morning, I just want to say, you look so good. You look so good to me. So I want to know how many of you came home every day, 4 o'clock, watching. Raise your hands. Let's see, where are you? Back there, raise your hands. All right, here, all my children are here. All my children, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for all those years. I raised you well. Look at how well you're doing. So I'd like all the women to sit down for a moment and see who the men are in the house. Yeah. And the thing that clicked for me was, aha. And you can't have an aha unless it's already there. So if you're having any aha moments today, I'm just here to remind you of what's already there. I can't teach you something new. I'm just to remind you, oh, yeah, I know that. So the aha for me was, every time somebody had said to me, as I started to gain popularity, make money, gain attention, celebrity, every time somebody would say, oh, she's so full of herself, who she thinks she is? I would shrink. I would shrink, I would get smaller. I would think, I need to get smaller to make everybody else feel like they're okay. I need to make myself not look like I'm so big, because I don't feel like I'm any different. I feel like I'm the same, but oh, people think that I think that I'm full of myself, so I need to behave differently. So, what I started to realize is I was playing small for the benefit of other people. And it's only when you are at your fullest that you have the ability to give everybody else what they need. So, now I'm so full of myself. I'm so full of myself. Your number one goal is to stay in alignment with yourself, is to be in the flow of your life and not somebody else's. One of the best pieces of advice I got from an expert on the Oprah show was that, this is for all of you parents in the house, This is what I learned, and it has helped me so much with all of my girls from South Africa. I have a house full of girls all the time. And when they first moved from South Africa to go to college here, I sat them all down and said, this is what I learned from an expert on the Oprah show. There comes a time in every parent's life when you are the manager, and then you're no longer the manager. You are a consultant. And people mess up when they are managing when they should be consulting. So I said to my girls, you've already been raised, so I'm not going to pretend to try and manage you. I'm just going to be a really doggone good consultant. If I were you, I'd pay attention. Because you're not going to meet nobody else who's talked to 37,561 people one-on-one. I know a few stories, know a few things, and so many people don't succeed when they are trying to manage in somebody else's territory.
In my journey in discovering love, it was 2 a.m. in the morning and my phone was ringing. Now when your phone rings in the middle of the night, that's a scary feeling. Or, I mean, it could be a good thing if it's the person you want to be calling. But I saw that it was my daughter, Amoye, so my heart jumped because she never regularly calls me in the middle of the night. So I immediately wondered, what's going on? Is she all right? I answered the phone, and after a brief conversation, I could hear that she was having a good time. She was in college, she had been drinking, she was talking to me just about general things. Well, I said, Amoye, I have to get up early in the morning, I'm starting a new film in the morning, so can we talk tomorrow? 3 minutes later, my phone rang again. It was Amoye, and I picked up and she said, Dad, you don't even care. You didn't ask if I was okay. You didn't see where I was. I was taken aback because I didn't know where this was coming from. But me knowing that she had been drinking, I said, Amoye, we should talk about this tomorrow, and we did. We talked about it the next day, and then when she came home from school 2 weeks later, we talked about it face to face. And what Amoye told me was that she felt like at times I wasn't a good father. Good in our essence, in the hood sense, we all good anyway. That's why you always hear another dollar, another day. I see the day as a new beginning. Movement of the people, movement of the women, to get the earth spinning in the right direct. This movie of life sometimes might project act scenes that don't seem serene. I like polish. I am many times from mistakes I ran, but I'm just a cake. Let me bake, goddamn. I pray I don't forsake my man. And whenever for me, like writing, and whether it's freestyle or writing, it's a divine expression. And I only want to create when I'm in that divine place where I feel open to letting God flow through. And you know, it's times when I'm trying to write and it's not coming. I can get in my car and that's how I write. I ride around in my truck up this silence and in tune and fill myself up and allow the divine expression to come through.
Wow, I love that. And you say, I was just saying earlier that one of the things I always do when there's a crisis or trouble, I say, what is this here to teach me? When your daughter first presented this idea that you were not a good father, I'm sure that was really hurtful. And you were offended and your ego comes up first, right?
Yes, my ego was like, how could you say that I'm not a good father? Like all the things that I've done, and I was hurt. Because, you know, really I knew that I'd been loving her, but one thing I understood in that moment, and like what I got out of that teachable, what I got out of that moment, what I was taught was, just because I feel like I'm expressing love to someone doesn't mean that's how they're receiving it. And it's up to me to be,
that's big.
It's up to me to be present enough to say, take all the past ego out and just say, okay, how do you feel at this moment? This is how you feel? And take it in and not try to come with an answer or a solution at that moment.
Thank you so much. And thank you for having us.
Thank you.
We're so grateful.
Julianne Hough and Gayle King.
My heart's torn in pieces. It's my offering. Take me to the King.
Truth is, I'm tired. Options are few. I'm trying to pray, but where are you? I'm all churched out, hurt and abused. I can't fake what's left to do. Truth is, I'm weak. No.
Welcome back. I'm so excited to see you. It's actually my favorite thing. Look at your watch, you know what time it is. what you're talking about for them. Hashtag happiness.
There's Gayle King. The bestie. All right, how many people in the house brought your own Gayle?
I said, how many brought your own Oprah? This is so fun, because I said to Oprah yesterday, Oprah, do you think people will still come? And look, you came.
Listen, everybody got their hand sanitizers, and they're here. So when I was going through the list of names, you all know about that? The R. Kelly interview. And let's look at that for a second. This moment, the Roberts.
Quit playing. I didn't do this stuff. This is not me. I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this. I can't have 30 years of my life.
Robert.
30 years of working with me. Y'all trying to kill me.
No, you kept repeating Robert. And lots of people asked, were you afraid? Were you?
I wasn't afraid, because I didn't really think.
There was a moment just then where your eyes blinked. You're like, what is going on? What is happening with this Negro man?
It did go from 0 to 110 quickly.
Yeah.
I honestly thought he was having I don't want to say a breakdown. People said he was faking. He was not faking.
That was not faking.
He absolutely was not faking. But I'd seen previous interviews, and I had my questions on my lap, and I thought if I went up to him or tried to stop him or started hollering, he would leave. And I'd seen previous interviews where he would leave the room when he was angry. So I was just thinking, if I sit here quietly, look at him, look at the chair, look at him, look at the chair, and say his name, that he would know I'm not going anywhere. And it was my way of trying to calm him down. But in the middle of, hitting his hand, and spit was flying, and at one point, spit fell on my lip like this. And I didn't even want to make a move, so I just sat there like that. You've all been in situations like that where someone's talking to you, and you don't even want to wipe your face like that.
It was a very challenging time. Hard for me as a friend who's a part of that trolling to watch you go through it. What did you learn from all of that? I mean, I thought that was a big pull-up for you. That was a big pull-up moment. Meaning, it took you by surprise.
It rocked me, Oprah. It didn't just take me by surprise. It rocked me. But when you say pull-up, what does that mean?
It pulled you up into another part of yourself, so now you understand things differently.
Oh, yeah, that's very true. Oh, because I thought pull-up means, it made you see da-da-da-da-da, but I don't know, it just made me see that help comes from unexpected places. I always try to operate from the do no harm. That is always my intention. When you talk about do no harm, that was certainly my intention, doing that story and doing that interview. And the intention certainly didn't align with the impact of the fallout that happened from that. But what got to me was the vitriol and the vulgarity that was just unleashed in me in ways that I couldn't even understand where that was coming from. So I say you may disagree with the story, you may disagree with the way I do the story, but there's just no way, it's just not fair or okay to be as vulgar and as hateful as what I experienced. And what surprised me is the people that came to reach out to me in unexpected places. Ivanka Trump, it's not like I'm hanging out at the White House, but Ivanka Trump reached out to me to say, are you okay? I'm sorry that this is happening to you. I mean, I have to say I was very touched by that. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar wrote a piece that said Black words matter, very touched by that, very touched. Ta-Nehisi Coates wrote something, but there was so much silence.
Sean Spicer call you?
Yeah, Sean Spicer reached out to me, who I don't know at all, just to say, are you okay? And then on the other side, for others, there was just silence of people that I thought would
Didn't
say
somebody
something.
leave some donuts at your door?
Oh, Katie. Guys, I live in New York on the Upper West Side. I'd been away, I came home, and on my kitchen counter was a box of cupcakes. I love cupcakes. There was a box of cupcakes with a note and it said, Katie and Surrey were thinking about you. Now, I didn't even know Katie Holmes even knew where I live, which means she had to find out, and that they came and they had dropped it off. And I don't really know her. I had to find somebody to get her email just so I could say, thank you so much for doing that. It's the kindness of strangers that I will never forget.
And in every circumstance, I think this is something for all of us to remember. It's not the people who are being mean. It's not the badness. It's not the vitriol that's being put into the world, but it's the good people who remain silent that becomes so hurtful.
It's so good. Because you know what? I think this. I think we can disagree politically, we can disagree socially if you want to, but I just think humanity should prevail always. And I think we still have to figure out a way to navigate that with each other. That we can disagree and you can be mad at me, even you can be mad at me. But you can't speak to me the way that I was spoken to and threatened.
I love that you said that through it all, you never questioned who you were.
No, I absolutely did know.
So watching Oprah's show. You feel real good? Well, you said you was ready to do something. You said you was ready to do something.
Take over the world. Leaving with this little handy dandy gift bag full of lots of stuff. Secret Oprah stuff.